Melissa Burkheimer. Melissa helps startups, organizations, businesses, and nonprofits tell their story as a graphic designer, digital marketer, excuse me, say that 5 times fast, at 3KB Graphics. Please welcome Melissa.
Facebook. Anybody here have a Facebook account? Anybody here addicted to Facebook? If I didn't do it for a living, I would have someone change my password so I could take a week. But anyways, there's 100 million people on Facebook. They just broke 1 billion members, and it's important to learn how to connect with your audience if you're interested in any type of Facebook marketing for your brand. One thing that I always start with first is to try to be seen in people's news feeds. It's important for me to not have 1,000 fans. For me, I would rather have 100 fans and have 50 talking about them, because that's going to help your score on the algorithms, and then you're going to show up in people's news feeds so that when they need to buy from you, you'll be top of mind for that. I overwrote these skinny chicken parmesan photo. Anybody make anybody hungry? Using images can get you a higher response rate on your brand pages. Therefore, more people will be able to see your engagement score. As designers, some of us have a higher advantage to make notable images. You see those quotes going around and stuff like that. That's one way that you can get people to engage. This is, if anybody here is a fan or has followed Steve Jobs in his career, this will automatically strike a note for you, because he is who he was based on what he felt. And you don't need to do anything more than that, because it speaks for itself. It's important when you're doing Facebook marketing, to talk to your audience and know who they are. You can check the Facebook Insights to see where they live, how old they are they married, are they single? Facebook gives you all those things because it's important to communicate the correct message to them and speak their language. Do they like babies? Do they like football? Do they like technology? Most people who post, I manage a Facebook brand page, and if I post a picture of a baby, I get more likes on that than I do of that, or a dog or a cat, than I do usually the valuable information that I'm trying to share with them. Football. I mean, it speaks for itself. But it's also important to know your audience so you don't make anybody mad. This says men would drive from 2 towns over just to get a whiff of grandma's muffin. Now, that might make some people mad, and if I offended you, I'm sorry. This is only for information purposes. So, again, you don't want to make people mad. You're never going to be able to make everybody happy, but social media in general, Facebook marketing, the cover photo, this kind of speaks for itself. Small story, I was at the Cubs game with my kids. We got foul balls, playing with foul balls, dropped foul balls. I tried to get a team, player to get them out of the dugout. I tried to get an aisle worker to get them out of the dugout. No luck. I sent a tweet. Literally 2 minutes later, they went and got the balls, and the kids got their foul balls. Facebook cover photo rules. You're not supposed to have any calls to action in your Facebook cover photo. You're not supposed to list your web address, your phone number. It says, like to get the latest news in your feed. They're kind of technically breaking the rules, and that's Saturday Night Live, for heaven's sakes. And I love them, by the way. Anybody here know anybody from Saturday Manufacturing? They're the ones that designed your poster. And this was in there before I knew they do that. I like the Facebook cover photo. I believe it intrigues your interest to find out more. The illustration is crisp and clear. They're not breaking any rules. And clearly they have some kudos good design skills. This is how to market your horse business. They were one of the top 10 Facebook brand pages according to Social Media Explorer's contest that they had this year. Now, obviously, their cover photo after they've won all these prestigious titles is too much, but notice these images right here that get you to interact with the brands. If you want to change those, you just click on this little button right here, and you can get people to interact with apps or bring your website to their page, so you're not getting grandma away from her games, and you can keep her inside of Facebook when you're trying to get her to click on something. Pepsi clearly with their branding and their images, they use faces. People reply to our Facebook and use all these things. And Fanta's fan page that they had back in May, they have, in their timeline, they have these different characters playing or dancing disco and participating in soda fountains so that you can interact with Fanta from back in the day. This is their Facebook fan page cover now, and the design is 3D, and if you click on their images designs here to get you to go to their apps aren't as strong, but that's probably because they have a new marketing strategy because it's a new quarter. with the 3D design, they're currently staying with the trends, but I personally liked the other one better. This, if you click on their timeline, this ad was, I believe, from 1982, so it actually shows you a vintage ad from Facebook where they are. So they're filling in those different spots in their timeline, because if you're like me and I want to know something, I look up everything about them that I possibly can just because I want to know more information. So this is another way to get your fans engaged on your page. Humans share a set of instinctive responses to visual stimuli. That was hard to remember. But it's important to add emotions to your Facebook page, such as humor and recognition. I'm not a usability expert, but I've looked at some of the studies, and they show that humans, or people respond more to stuff like that. Now, if you've ever watched a television show and someone starts talking while you're watching that television show, you can relate to this photo. So if I put this on my fan page, this girl clearly is watching Dora. She's exploring. She doesn't want that girl to talk to her. So audience, see, I got you to respond. Get what I'm saying? Ellen, I think, is anybody an Ellen fan here? Ellen fan? I think she does a good job of repurposing her content on her social media channels. This is a photo she used on her Facebook fan page, and if you can see the little baby, he's like smiling and cheering. And the caption said something similar to Ellen's on TV now. Yay, I'm really excited. Anybody here drink Coke?
Yes.
No. Well, if you, let's say it was tea or coffee or liquor, I don't know. If it was 6:10 and it was your Coke break, or you got a break from work, or you can finally get home from the work and the kids are in bed and you have a glass of wine, you can relate to this because that's your break. That's how that makes me feel. So now you have a blank slate. By the time you process all of this, and if you do make changes to your Facebook page, the timeline will probably be gone. But now you have some ideas to create new strategies for your Facebook page. Thank you.